So here's the story. Citizens United is a conservative nonprofit. Think of it like a political advocacy group. In 2008, they made a 90-minute documentary called Hillary, the Movie, which was extremely critical of Hillary Clinton right as she was running the Democratic primary. They wanted to air it on cable through video on demand, essentially streaming it. But a law called the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act, or McCain-Feingold, said corporations and unions cannot pay for political broadcasts within 30 days of a primary or 60 days of a general election. The FEC said that the film counted as exactly that, so they blocked it. So Citizens United sued, and it went all the way up to the Supreme Court.
Look at Citizens United. Their whole argument comes down to the First Amendment and free speech. They said, look, we made a film with a political message, and to broadcast that film, we need money. If the government bans us from spending money to air it, they're effectively silencing our speech, and that's a First Amendment violation. Their second argument was about equality. They said that the government can't discriminate based on who's doing the speaking. If an individual can run a political ad, a corporation made up of individuals should be able to as well. And third, they directly challenged two prior Supreme Court cases, Austin v. Michigan from 1990 and McConnell v. FEC from 2003, arguing that those decisions were wrong and should be thrown out.
On the other hand, the FEC defended the law. Their core argument was about corruption. Congress, they said, has a compelling interest in making sure corporations don't use their massive financial resources to buy political influence. When a corporation dumps millions into an election, it creates the appearance or the reality of corruption. Politicians end up feeling indebted to their donors. The FEC also leaned on precedent. Austin and McConnell had already upheld similar restrictions, so they argued the court should stick with those decisions. This is also known as stare decisis. Their bottom line was that corporations aren't people. Instead, they have unique financial power, and democracy needs to be protected from that.
So the court ruled 5-4 in favor of Citizens United, and the Chief Justice was John Roberts, and the majority opinion was written by Justice Anthony Kennedy. And they basically used the First Amendment's free speech clause to say how the government can't restrict political speech based on who's talking, whether it's a person or a corporation. But they also talked about contributions and how direct contributions to campaigns are illegal and can be regulated. But independent expenditures, money you spend on your own ads, cannot be limited. So why does this matter? This matters because this ruling directly enabled super PACs and the dramatic increase in spendings by the 2010 midterms. And while critics describe it as dark money and we're giving the wealthy too much influence, supporters say that we protected freedom of speech. And we cover this case in our class because it sits in the middle of the First Amendment, campaign finance law, and democratic theory. And every single election since 2010 has been affected by this ruling.
We're here at Cheeto Hills Kicking Crab. Let's go.
What would you like to order?
Yeah, let me get the Kicking Crab Combo Deal 1 and the overview on Citizens United versus FEC 2010.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
My name is Zen, and if I get elected, this is when I'm going to do your taxes. This is when I'm going to do your taxes.
Oh, hell no. He's lying. Bro, he's not doing that.
See what they said about you, bro?
Do not vote Zen Tajima in this Democratic primary. I have a book this big depicting how many things he's done bad. Let's take a look. Number 4, he's a conniving, deep-rooted racist. It's only one of the many things. Another one, he hates gay people. Another one, he's broke. Another one, he sucks at swimming. One more, just for the audience. He jiggles when he laughs.
They call me broke?
Oh my god, I am ruining that guy's campaign. Like, after I drop that vid, he is toast, man.
Who, Zen Tajima's?
Yeah, the Jiggle Master broke one? Ruined it.
You forgot about the McCain-Feingold Act, bro.
What is that?
It's where corporations and unions can't post any political broadcasts within 30 days of a primary election or 60 days of a general election.
That just sounds like you're trying to impede on my First Amendment right. I think I'll see you in court. Your Honor, we just made a film with a political message, and to get that message across, we need money to broadcast it. If the government stops all the money for that broadcasting, they're essentially silencing our First Amendment right of free speech. What fair is that?
No, see, Your Honor, it's actually corrupt because these politicians, they might feel indebted to their donors, like Citizens United, and enact legislation that favors those PACs, and that's corrupt.
I'm Chief Justice John Roberts, and on the behalf of the Supreme Court, in a 5-4 strip ruling, side with Citizens United.